How many times did you watch The Force Awakens? 3 times. What's up, YouTube? Urban Acolyte TV. My name is Prince. And today I'm going to do a Q&A video for you guys. So people have been sending me questions on Twitter, Facebook, and down in the comment section. Moving forward, if you guys want me to do more of these, just Twitter is the easiest place for me to see the questions. I try to read all the comments, but sometimes I'll forget or I won't remember to save them. So either just tweet me at Urban Acolyte on Twitter. You can use hashtag Ask Acolyte or Acolyte Q&A or something like that. And once I get a nice number of them, then I'll do another one if you guys enjoy this. All right. So first question. Could you make a video laying out why Sith have an innate need to have an apprentice? All right. So this refers to the Bane rule of 2. Using what Bane said in that episode of the Clone Wars, where he's talking to Yoda, there were many Sith, and from the ashes, Bane rose. So what is not canon, but what we think happened, according to the Legends canon, is that there were many Sith, right? There was a Sith empire, right? And the empire collapsed. Things happened, lots of infighting. There was the Brotherhood of the Dark. They went to war with the Jedi, and the Jedi had the Army of the Light. I don't want to get into the whole, the thought bomb or whatever the thing was that Bane lures all these people into. But we'll just say that they all died out, right? There was lots of infighting, which Bane felt weakened the Sith. And Bane's philosophy in the Legends version of the story is that there was a finite power in the dark side. So if you have one person who's like the vessel of the dark side, right? Basically the manifestation of the dark side is all in one person. And then that student, their job is to become as powerful as the master and then to kill the master so that they become more powerful. And what you have is this cycle of more powerful dark lords, right? Each successive generation gets more powerful. Next question. Do you think all temple guards betrayed the Jedi Order or the Grand Inquisitor was an off? Right now, I'm just going to say that I think the Grand Inquisitor was just an off. Maybe he kills the rest of the temple guards. We don't know enough about the Inquisitorius and the other Inquisitors to know right now. So that's what I'm going to go with for now. That could change. And I have some thoughts on how the Grand Inquisitor possibly becomes a dark Jedi, if we can use that term. Do you think Zoom and Jay previously shared one body, or is Zoom from Earth 3? So we got a question about the Flash. What are they in, season 3 now? I actually can't say. I don't watch any television. I do binge watch The Flash and Arrow. So I think I watched everything for the first part of this season right before Christmas. So I'm probably not going to binge and get caught up until everything is finished so I can just sit and watch everything. I normally kind of stay up to date from watching, Emergency Awesome, because I think his videos are really cool. But yeah, I don't know. I don't watch Flash. But I will, once the season's over, probably over the summer, probably in May or something. Any thoughts on Snoke being Syfo-Dyas? Do I think Snoke could be Syfo-Dyas? It's possible. I did read your full theory or your full, thesis statement or whatever we want to call it. In my mind, Syfo-Dyas was killed by Count Dooku, and I was unsure if Count Dooku was impersonating Syfo-Dyas when the clone army was created, or if Syfo-Dyas actually did it. I will say, and this comes from the Plagueis novel that's not canon. I want to recall that Palpatine and Plagueis meet with Qui-Gon Count Dooku and Syfo-Dyas because they're already kind of having doubts, right? And that's something that Count Dooku teased in episode 2 was he's like, well, your master was in on the whole thing. And that's the whole Sith twisting things. It wasn't that he was in on it, but having doubts about, the Jedi's ability to see what was going on in the universe because I think it was either Darth Tenebris or Darth Tenebris Master who pierced the veil. Of course, none of this is canon now, but I do think that Syfo-Dyas was in on what, Palpatine was doing as far as setting up the Clone Wars and his degree of involvement. I'm unsure on. Maybe he was just manipulated and said, I'm going to go and do this with full intentions of helping maintaining and preserving the Republic, right? So could he be Snoke? Possibly, but I won't rule it out, but just my thoughts right now and what I know is I'm going to go with Syfo-Dyas being dead, but we'll put that on the radar. So if you guys are keeping notes on speculations and stuff that I present, add Syfo-Dyas as a possible person that Snoke could be, even though I really don't think there's any weight to that, but we'll keep it in the memory banks. And, in a year, 2 years from now, we'll come back and say, wow, that was it. It was Syfo-Dyas. If you could choose a role to play in Star Wars, who and what would you be? I think it would be really cool to be a Force sensitive person in the Church of the Force, right? So it's like you're someone who worships the Jedi ideals, but you're not actually a Jedi. I could pass for Dara Leonis' son. So I don't think I actually answered the question. So a Force sensitive person who belongs to the Church of the Jedi, and maybe they're just starting to explore their Force abilities or something, but they're like this Force mystic with Force abilities. So kind of like Maz Kanata. Have you seen the Darth Maul fan film on YouTube? Yes, I saw it. I loved it. I think those guys are in Germany, but what they're doing with the choreography, the lightsaber type stuff, I would love to be able to do that at some point. Do you think Rogue One is a code name for a Darth Vader assassination? No, I don't think so. I would hope that these guys are familiar with Cham Syndulla and what happened when they tried to assassinate Palpatine and Darth Vader in the Lords of the Sith novel. Didn't turn out too well for anyone. Got any tips for a smaller YouTuber? Yes. Figure out exactly who you want to talk to and make your videos talking to that specific audience and just keep putting out videos. Do you think Kelly Marie Tran could be playing a love interest for Finn, or do you think Finn is destined for Rey? I don't know. The guys at Collider Jedi Council, maybe John Campea is the main person putting this out. He says that one of the new female leads is supposed to be a love interest for Finn. I don't know a source on that. I'm sure he's got better sources than I do, just checking the internet and relying on his website and articles that he's possibly writing. I think that John Boyega and Daisy Ridley have a lot of chemistry on camera, and I'd like to believe that some of the rewrites that Rian Johnson did after The Force Awakens was released to, the public, I think that maybe he had to think about, if Finn wasn't going to have any kind of nothing more than just a friendship with Rey, I would like to think that, he looked back and said, wow, these kids have a lot of chemistry together. Maybe we should do more with them. Whether that's romantic or not, I don't know, but you asked a bunch of questions on this, so I'm going to get more into that in your next question. So hang on to that one. What do you think of Snoke being Exar Kun or based upon him? I don't remember if this video came before my video about Snoke maybe being similar or based upon Darth Nihilus. I don't think the Snoke is a Sith, so I don't think that he'll be some person from the Legends canon who was, a well-known Dark Lord. Well, actually, Exar Kun isn't well-known unless you play, the video games. And so there's an issue about if we have Snoke and he's a character that maybe BioWare created, I don't know who created Exar Kun. I know about him from, KOTOR and the Knights of Old Republic games. Then, what do you do about like licensing and money and, that like gets into business, which, takes precedence sometimes over the story. So that's why I'd like to believe that Snoke is either an original character or someone that Lucasfilm actually created in-house. If you got to go back in time to interview one historical figure for your master's thesis, who would it be? Sun Tzu, Moses? Well, it would be neither one of those people. I don't know if they ever actually lived. I think Moses would be a pretty boring person to interview. Sun Tzu, I haven't read The Art of War, so that would be a short conversation. I'm going to go with Joseph Campbell or Alan Watts, because they've been two highly influential people on me. If you want like some esoteric martial arts mystic person, I don't know. Cause like I said, I don't know if those people ever actually lived. I'd like to think they did. I'd love to interview Lao Tzu, but the things that Lao Tzu would say to me would be so cryptic that I wouldn't get anything out of it. So Joseph Campbell or Alan Watts, because those are two people that I would love to have their careers, doing what they did, but on YouTube and getting paid to speak in public, because if you can talk for an hour and make $10,000, well, that's just awesome. Do you think Mace Windu could be some sort of an evil character? No. I don't know why anyone would think Mace Windu is an evil character. His lightsaber style, Vapad, brings a person close to the dark side as they're fighting, but because he makes these angry looking faces, that we could chalk that up to him getting close and tiptoeing the line of the dark side, or it could just be Samuel L. Jackson's acting. I mean, it's Sam M.F.N. Jackson, and I can't say what I really want to say because you guys have told me that you watch my videos with children, so yeah. What are your thoughts on Kylo Ren protecting Rey? My thoughts on Kylo Ren protecting Rey are that as soon as I get clear footage of Rey's vision, there will be an extensive video on my thoughts about Kylo Ren and Rey and how she ends up on Jakku. Is everything Disney put out now canon and connected to their new set of movies? Yes. That's the whole point of what Disney wanted to do, was it's like you have all these random stories and they don't really connect. So we're going to make there's one story, one universe, and everything is connected. So Rebels is connected to the original trilogy. The original trilogy is connected to The Force Awakens. It's one line. So will we ever see someone from the animated stories appear in a movie? Maybe not, but someone in the animated stories can do something that will have an impact on the movies. What kind of character do you think Kelly Marie Tran will be playing? A Jedi, government? I don't know. I think if she's going to have some interaction with Finn, then she's going to be probably going to be some kind of person working with the Resistance. I don't think she'll be Force sensitive, or a Jedi or anything like that. If she is, then that means either Luke has other people training with him that we don't see, so he's not actually alone, or if he had an academy and there were younglings, then there were other people who were taken somewhere else. If you buy the theory, or if you buy the speculation that Rey was a youngling at Luke's academy and Kylo Ren saved her and planted her on Jakku, then there's also the question about if there were other younglings, did Kylo Ren also take them elsewhere too? I got to hang out with Andre from Black Nerd Comedy 2 weeks ago, and he gave me some ideas. He said you should do Q&As and unboxings and that kind of thing. I don't really know much about that kind of stuff, but if you guys want to see that kind of stuff, just let me know down in the comment section. Again, any questions you have, actually, since this is a Q&A video, if you have other questions, I'll see those for sure on this video in the comments section. And I'm going to get back to doing those Rebels reviews because I got lots and lots of work. So if you haven't seen the first Rebels review that I posted, you can check that out here. For a playlist of other Rebels related videos, you can check here. And that's all I've got for now. So I'm going to be working on getting this posted to you guys as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed already and you're new to my channel, go ahead and click subscribe. If I answered one of your questions, then share this with your friends and say, hey man, I watched this guy and he actually pays attention to what I have to say and, you know, tries to give me, you know, his answer on video. And in the future, I think when you guys send me stuff, I'm just going to do a video response because, I'm terrible with replying on social media. So yeah, that's all I've got for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun and I look forward to doing more of these as the channel continues to grow. Thank you again for your support and, I'm going to go. So y'all keep on breathing and may the force be with you. Bye.